finally get a vacation, only to find a headless corpse rotting in my tannery. That thing's been sitting here at least a few days. But the wound on his chest, only a custom blade could do that. I've heard rumours those awful gangs love to leave their mark on their victims.
La féroce va lui manger la cervelle. Je crois que... Stop there, citizen!
A few days ago, I heard some strange noises outside my window late in the night. When I looked outside, I saw someone going into the tannery carrying something quite large. I just assumed it was Citizen Gilbert, working late as always. I had no clue he was vacationing and someone broke in. Otherwise, I'd have told someone.
Retourne dans ta campagne. Je fatigue, rien qu'à le regarder.
J'ai bien fait bouche d'un coup.
Quelle pertinence!
Oh, this ring. How could I not recognize my own masterpiece? Of course, it belongs to Warden LaRue. You must return this. I'm sure you'll be looking for it. You'll find him working at the prison at La Salpêtrière, or home with his wife, Madame Camille. I'll write down the address for you.
If the blade left the mark of an X, well, that's one of mine. I forge them custom for the Gangley Marcher Law. It stands for X marks the spot or some such thing. A hooded fella, much like yourself, purchased one of those blades a few days ago. Look, I can't be responsible for these once they're sold. Check the tavern, Le Creux. It's where les marcheurs morts spend most of their time. I'll write down the address for you.
Seigneur, mais qu'est-ce qui leur prend?
Il n'est pas négociable.
J'imagine que c'est dangereux.
He deserved better than this. He had his faults, but he was a good man. Not that his wife even cares. Such fake tears. Always running off with a new man.
Roland had many enemies. Running a prison made sure of that. I must admit, he'd been missing 2 nights before I could bring myself to tell the police. It's no secret that I wasn't faithful, but I would never do such a horrible thing.
Me? Well, I'm here to console Madame Camille, that's all. Just a friend. Me? Well, I'm...
I knew something was wrong. Warden Leroux was always home late, but for him to simply vanish for 2 days made no sense. I heard he'd been mixed up with les marcheurs morts, that horrible gang. I honestly thought it was just rumors.
Vous êtes en affaire avec le singe de Jade? Oh. Quoi que vous vendiez? Pourquoi vous ne vous servez pas de la porte comme les gens normaux?
Just get within my reach, you
Laissez-moi
shit!
tranquille!
Hey, I know nothing, say nothing. I just serve les machers morts their ale and carry about me business. You can take it up with their leader upstairs.
I was expecting someone to come by and pin LaRue's death on us. Sure, the warden had some debt. But we were negotiating the release of some of my men in return. Why would I toss away a deal like that? I'm not a fool.
On dirait que ça s'agite là-bas.
Non, le drôle, le prix n'est pas négociable. Agile, probablement simple d'esprit.
The horror, the gall of these vermin. Look at what they've done. Poor Warden LaRue's head placed on a pike for all in the prison to see. Surely a message to me who must follow his brave tenure. I wished him a good night just yesterday. I'd heard rumors of his gambling debts with Les Marcheurs Morts, that wretched gang. The horror, the gall of these vermin. Look at what they've done. Poor Warden LaRue's head placed on a... The horror, the gall of these vermin. Look at what they've done. Poor Warden LaRue's head placed on a pike for all in the prison to see. Surely a message to me who must follow his brave tenure. I'd wished him a good night just yesterday. I'd heard rumors of his gambling debts with Les Marcheurs Morts, that wretched gang.
I want to play too. I've got a great game where I rip your bloody head off.
Accuse me? But I'm in charge of the prison you'd like to throw me in. The irony of being locked up here. Are you enjoying this? Are you?
I was certain the wife did it. She knows the town a little too well, if you know what I mean. Take your pick.